to or back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Leora Luche, and this is episode 3 of turning this shuttle bus into a home on wheels. In last week's episode, I built the foundation of this entire build, which was the subfloor. So if you haven't seen that video and you would like to go watch it, then I will leave it linked somewhere here in this video. And this week's video and next week's video will kind of be tied in together. This week's video, I will be doing the framing and the insulation for the walls, and next week I will be putting up the plywood and really finishing out the walls. So yeah, these two videos are going to go hand in hand, so I hope you stay tuned for both of them. But let's just get into this week's video. I got started by taking off the rest of the things on the walls. Then I took off the stickers that were on the windows that I planned on covering. Once the stickers were removed, I then cleaned the windows. Then I used a small can of black Flex Seal paint to paint the windows that I would be covering up. I chose to go with Flex Seal paint for the windows because I heard so many stories about regular paint chipping on windows, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to fix that once they were covered up, so I played it safe and I went with Flex Seal. I did one coat of paint on the windows and it was still pretty see-through, so I came back the next day and put on a second coat. But once I got the first coat of paint done, I then sprayed some Rust-Oleum on the railings that were on the walls. Then I went to Lowe's and I picked up some wood for the framing. I got back to the bus and I tried to screw the framing directly into the bus, and that didn't work. So my stepdad tried the nail gun and that also didn't work. Then I finally thought that maybe we should pre-drill the holes, so my stepdad tried that and it worked. So of course that meant that I had to go around the bus pre-drilling a bunch of holes before I could put in the screws, which took way more time than I was expecting. I went with 1/4 of an inch for my framing strips, and I doubled them just so my walls would be sturdier. I tried to use 1/2 inch framing strips, and those didn't curve to the wall as well, so that's why I just chose to double the 1/4 of an inch strips. Once I got those strips up, my stepdad then drilled holes for my water inlet and my power inlet and outlet, and I got all of those screwed in and covered with some silicone sealant. Then I put up my horizontal framing strips. And I finished off that day by screwing in the framing for the back wall. The next day, I realized that my framing on the side walls wasn't going to be tall enough, so my stepdad cut some smaller pieces for me and my little brother came to help me screw those in. Then I finished the rest of the framing. Once the framing was done, I then measured and cut my insulation, and I used some flex glue to put that all into place. After putting up all the insulation, I then covered all the metal strips on the walls with some aluminum tape so that the bare metal wouldn't be touching the plywood sheets that I would be putting up for the walls. Okay, that's gonna be all for this video, but I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then please subscribe, like, comment, share, all of that, and also hit the notification bell so you can get notified every single time that I post. And don't forget, next week's video, I will be putting up the plywood and really finishing out the walls, so I hope you come back for that video as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next week. Bye!